Zone on everyone, YouTube admin, no intro, buddy judge.
Cuz came out the water like, let's get it cracking. Came with the chair like I got some action. Cuz came no shirt.
See now. Let me just pause it right there. What you're looking at right here is a video of the Montgomery Brawl, right? At the Riverfront in Montgomery in Alabama in the United States of America, right? Montgomery is a place that is significantly known, or Alabama, right, is known significantly for harsh racism and right-wing agendas and a whole lot of just racist stuff that are around that specific state or province rather. So now this is something that's been on social media trending for the past 2 weeks, for the past 11 days or so. As you just saw, a black man just got attacked physically by a group of Caucasian men, and I see there seems to be a woman as well, a Caucasian woman. There's a black man who just came in now to try to help the situation and rescue and defuse this situation as it happens. And well, this is not where it starts actually. So what had happened is this, right? And I know a lot of you must have seen this before. What happened was that this gentleman here, let me just read his name from my phone. The victims in the assaults were identified as Damian Pickett, the co-captain, and a 16-year-old Caucasian boy who had transported Pickett to the dock in a small boat. Okay, cool. So the black man, his name is Damian Pickett. He works here at this Riverfront, right? This is where people come to have a nice boat cruise and just enjoy themselves. It's a nice leisure place, right? So you're expecting for the environment just to be cool and calm, people enjoying themselves, having a great time, basically in general. And Damian Pickett, who happens to be, as they say, a co-captain of, works there, is a part of the. I think he also captains a boat of his own, and well, he works here. Basically, that's my point, right? So what happened is that this group of people, let's call them guests. This group of guests came in with their small boat. Fine, nothing wrong. The problem now is that they pretty much parked their boat in a space that is pretty much reserved for the actual boats, the bigger boats, the ferries, right? They parked in a non-private space, non-personal space. It's a commercial space for the commercial boats to come in and park so that the passengers can pretty much get off deck and vice versa, enter boats. So now here comes a boat sailing, tries to, for lack of better terms, because I'm not really a boat person and ships and whatnot, they're trying to park their boat, right, for everyone to get off. But now they realize that these people have parked their own personal boat in the wrong space. All right, so now Captain contacts the co-captain, Damian Pickett, to please ask the people to remove their boat there. That's exactly what happened. So Damian tried to get the group, the guests, to move their boat. They refused, right? Then he takes action. He goes, and this is everything that happens before this video, specifically here that we're watching now. So he physically tries to move their boat, just to make space for the ferry to come in, right? These people come in with so much aggression and assault the man for doing his job. They assaulted him for doing his job. So that's where we are right now, at the specific assault as it happens on Damian Pickett. Keep in mind that there's like 4 Caucasian men who are all beating him and stomping him on as he lays on the ground, trying to fight for himself and trying to prevent this thing from happening. Now we've got another black guy who happens to be his I think this is his colleague who's trying to help him out. Okay, cool. Now let's see what happens next. Yep. Oh, we got a kid here swimming. Okay. We got somebody swimming to try to help. So far, the second black man is not fighting. He's not here to fight in honor of his fellow black men, but he's actually diffusing. He's trying to break up the fight. So we got another colleague of Damien Pickett's colleague. Oh, okay, there's a squad. Damien Pickett's colleague just swam to try to help out as well. Oh my word. Yeah. Now there's an incoming, this whole squad of African American men who are coming in now to help Damien Pickett. It's pretty much violence meets violence. That's what's happening right now. It's violence meets violence.
She whooping her ass. She finna put her in the water.
She just jumped inside the water. She just jumped into the water. Okay, there's a lot of extreme violence, okay? The guy who was swimming, he's also fighting. Oh my word. Oh my word. Yeah.
Get in that ass. Oh, look at the Brawl. The Brawl jumping that ass.
It's karma, man.
Cause y'all were wrong for jumping on that black man like that, man.
It's karma.
Okay, I thought we were
Look at them now arresting the black man. They're arresting the black man. The cops are arresting a black man. So they have no content as to what happened. Okay, the fight keeps going on. This seems like a different section of the dock. Oh my word. Yeah. Okay, let me pause it there. So what just happened now is that these black men are fighting against Caucasian men, right? They're fighting, cool. Now these Caucasian women are all up in the black men's faces trying to help their men, or their family, rather, to say that. But now these black men, African American men, are refraining from hitting the Caucasian lady, the one in red. So what happened was that there's a group of black women who noticed that these black men cannot strike a woman, which is rightful. You never ever strike a woman. So these black men have been refraining and just trying to just swiftly guide her out of the way. But now these black women are like, okay, cool, we'll get the job done. So they're beating her up. There's the chair. There's the chair. There's the chair. Oh. He just hit the white woman with the chair. Okay. That's no laughing matter. I'm not laughing at that at all. I'm not laughing at that part. Okay, so the chairman is now, they got him pinned, the cops got him pinned on the ground. Taya Nelson, or T Nelson. Well, now for the Tupperware moment of truth, brought to you by the lady who sold me the Tupperware. Go complex. What a charger. Alright, oh, this is very uncomfortable. I'll be honest with you. This was very uncomfortable. It's not the first time I see this. I've seen this a few times. Only reacting to it now. But it's hard. Every single time it's a hard watch. It never gets any easier, never gets any better. But now, okay, we've already discussed the facts, right, around this whole fight. Shout out to Catfish Cuz, the kid who swam. Apparently he's a 16-year-old kid. He's Damien Pickett's colleague, one of his colleagues. He came in to rescue the situation. I suppose he also came in to try to defuse the situation, but as soon as he got there, I feel like it dawned on him that this man is alone and these Caucasian huge dudes are beating him up. I wonder what he felt when he was swimming, on his way swimming there. He's a great swimmer, by the way. Dope, beautiful. This thing is complicated, bruh. The story is complicated. It's now in the courts. The perpetrators have been arrested. That's one thing for sure. The trial is undergoing. What the Montgomery justice system or the police are saying at the moment is that there's no evidence, or enough evidence rather, to call this or deem this a hate crime. Hate crime obviously being a racist crime, right? Fine, okay, cool. Let's trust the process. Let's just leave this in the hands of the justice system, and I'm sure eventually what should be will be, right? My whole feeling about this whole thing is that it is 500 years in the making. This whole thing has been simmering, boiling for 500 years. 500 years in the making, 500 years too late. It's 500 years too late, right? But better late than never, and better late than sorry. We know the situation, how the situation is in the world, but prevalently in the United States of America, where you find Caucasian on black people crime, Caucasians murdering black people, Caucasian police officers murdering black people, even the Mexican police officers murdering black people. So there's just been this whole assault and murdering of black people in the United States of America, and in a lot of parts of the world, but it's mostly in the United States of America. So this is a situation where I feel black people have had enough. Enough is enough. These type of situations, you find them happening somewhere in the woods, in Alabama, in that Montgomery, somewhere in the woods. You hear of stories of ancient times from 300 years ago, where a large group of Caucasian men would lynch black men, or a black man. You hear those stories of this type of assault and violence, but you only get to hear about it after the fact, right? This here is a situation where it happens in the public space, where there happens to be a large group of black people who all are reactors. They all reacted to the situation, and it feels like it's people who've been saying, if this thing was to happen, and I think DL Hughley touched on it, if this thing was to happen, this is how I would react. And it happened in front of their very eyes, and this is how they reacted. Now, there are people out there who do not want to promote violence, who chicken out from speaking about violence, and then they hide behind the fact that they do not promote violence. Who promotes violence? Nobody promotes violence. Nobody goes out there saying, I want to promote violence. Let me tell you something. I do not speak for violence, but there are moments where you have to admit that you have to support some forms of violence, most especially defensive violence. You have to defend yourself. No other way. You have to defend yourself. And if talking does not save you in a violent situation, then you have to be able to defend yourself. To hell with all that. Turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek for what? That whole system of turn the other cheek and then they hit you on the other side and all that nonsense. This is just a reverse psychology mechanism to keep people weak, to keep people asleep. To get people not to think in a sovereign mind state, to get people not to be able to defend themselves. The poor get poorer every day because of this very same system of turn the other cheek. You have to fight fire with fire in life. If you want to stand a chance of survival, you have to fight fire with fire. And if violence is needed to defend yourself in a violent situation, then you have to do what you have to do. Then get violent. By all means necessary, get violent and protect yourself, protect your family, protect your property, if that's what's required. This right here could have been resolved in an amicable way. had there not been offensive violence. I do not ever condone offensive violence. I do condone defensive violence, but not offensive violence. Okay, there was offensive violence onto one man by a group of Caucasian men. Even if they were not Caucasian, even if it was just black men on one black man, then the violence that happened afterwards, it would have still been just. It would have been justified, regardless of the race. However, now you have a group here of people who felt that they have a privilege, right? White privilege. That's what happened here. They felt that they were not going to be told by. They were not going to be told by. Had Damien Pickett been of a different race, the Caucasian race, this might have not even been violent. This would have not been violent, right? Violence would have never been the go-to first reaction of these guests. It would have not. They were going to have an argument, they were going to talk it out, and then they were going to move their boat. Easy as that. Now, let's look at Damien Pickett. You can see that this is a seasoned employee. He's not a spring chicken. He's a seasoned employee. You can see that this man has been doing this for a very long time, and you can see that this man is doing his job to the best of his ability, and he's doing it the right way. He gets assaulted for doing his job and doing it so well. So if you want to assault a man for doing his job, what should happen to you? What should happen to you? Is the level of hatred that deep that you can't look beyond this and just follow the law for what the law says, follow the rules for what the rule is? He's not the lawmaker. Damien Pickett is not the lawmaker at that Riverfront. He's not. He was simply applying what needed to be applied. Not only is it the rule, but it's also common sense. There was also an element of common sense there. But they were not going to be told by a person of this skin. They were not ever going to be told by a person of this skin. But then guess what? Eventually karma caught up with them. There was a group of black saints, black brave women and men who were around to deal with the situation as it should have been dealt with, as it was dealt with. Now, black people all over the world are proud of this moment. There's a lot of memes going around, there's a lot of videos and having fun and creativity and talent being shown after this happened. You know, you just go on your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you want to go, YouTube, you find a whole lot of creativity around this. Yeah, you pretty much can see the pictures right now, busy popping and stuff. Pictures popping all over my screen right now, and that's just a taste of the creativity and the genius that black people are. And even though this was as serious as it was, people are having fun. People are having fun with it. Truth be told, not only black people are having fun with it, but there's a whole lot of Caucasian people. Let's be honest. There's a lot of Caucasian people who are anti-racism and anti-racist, right? They're also speaking their minds. They're getting their opinions and their point of views out there across. And God bless them. God bless all the Caucasians who are not racist. God bless everyone of any race that is not racist, who has been speaking and being audible about this situation. It's been centuries in the making. This moment has been centuries in the making. Finally, we see African American people fighting back. I just hope that this situation does not call for a civil war. I hope it doesn't call for that, but I hope that it appeals to the better nature of people and people taking responsibility and accountability for thoughts and their actions. Just sit down, calm down. Calm down. Don't be angry. Don't be angry. Don't react out of anger. Just listen to what the man is telling you. You're not allowed to park your boat here. Please move your boat so that the ferry can come in and offload people. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. That's not violent. Is it violent? It's not violent. So I just hope that justice at the end of the day will prevail. I hope that justice will prevail. Here's a picture of these idiots, these Neanderthals, uncivilized Neanderthals who thought that they can get away with an attempt of lynching a black man in the year 2023. You can't get away with that. Gone are those days when you could murder a black child, Emmett Till. Gone are the days when Caucasians could hide behind the justice system and execute a black child. Legally so, execute a black child. Gone are those days. This is the dawn of a new era. It's the year 2023. Black people are fighting back. Let's get up and let's stand for what is right. Let's stop being cowards. Let's not fight, but let's engage in conversation. But if a fight ensues, then it is what it is. Enough is enough. Enough has been enough for the longest of time. We must take the respect. Don't ask for it, don't beg for respect. You must take that respect, because they will not respect us. They will never give us the respect. We must take it. If this is the language that they understand, then so be it. And so be it. Well, if you enjoyed my reaction, please do subscribe to the channel and share the link of this video with your family and friends. Love you all. To the chair, I say, bravo.
Hey, yo, Nino, that camera rolling?
From the Montgomery Brawl, G. Matt Cash spoke to CBS 42. He says soon after he first saw that video of what happened on Montgomery's Riverfront Park, he knew there was a song there. By Monday, Allen had released Montgomery Brawl. Montgomery Brawl has already gone viral with over 1 million views. It's currently #1 on iTunes comedy music.
Stop playing with these niggas.
Lego. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the girl. Montgomery Brawl. Hey, now y'all done started some shit, so we gon' finish y'all it. And this time, everybody about to witness it. Bro told them to move, just doing this job. But y'all wanted to jump him, so now we got a prize. Let's get it. All right, bet. Let me tell y'all what really happened. Heard they was jumping on my cousin, let me off, Captain. Cuz came out the water like, let's get it cracking. Unc came with the chair like I got some action. Cuz came no shirt like I got Sebastian. I got him. Even the women getting hit like, damn, what happened? Hey, this shit was kinda lit, like, damn, it's cracking. I even seen a rock bottom, like, damn, this wrestling. Seen a couple of them boys go night-night. And we got the first black man to swim to a fight. Salute. If you mad at this song, don't mention me. Don't do it. But fuck that chair going down in history. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the girl. Montgomery Brawl. Yeah, this a real good moment in history right now. Let us all smile. Salute.